Hello and welcome to episode 22 of Mad Dialogue with me, Michelle.
Me, Skylar.
I hope everybody's doing very well this week. As always, I'm just going to jump straight into it. So, this week we are bringing you an update on a young lady called Maria Kovalchuk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her name. We spoke about her on season 2, episode 13, titled Porta Potty Parties, if you're interested in watching it. Okay, so basically, I am reading this from the Daily Star, and it is dated on the 22nd of July of this year. So let's go. A Russian news outlet spoke to Maria Kovalchuk in Norway. So, a Ukrainian OnlyFans model who was found severely injured in Dubai after vanishing for over a week after fears of her being kidnapped into sexual slavery has broken her silence. Maria Kovalchuk, 20, sustained dreadful injuries, including a fractured spine and limbs, and was discovered on a roadside in March. She now uses a wheelchair. The model had been in a coma after being found near death, having reportedly, and this is in quotes, fallen from a height. Concerns arose based on friends' testimonies that she may have fallen victim to a notorious Porta Potty Party in Dubai, events where wealthy men are said to pay large sums to abuse and degrade attractive young women, including those with social media profiles. Maria, who hadn't spoken before leaving Dubai, reveals she is now recuperating from her ordeal in Norway, where her mother resides. She bears a noticeable scar on her forehead after undergoing multiple surgeries. The model refuted claims that citizens of the United Arab Emirates were responsible for her torture, instead blaming rich Russian kids, once again in quotes, who she alleges abused her following a party at a hotel. Interestingly, she claimed that her costly medical treatment was covered by the Dubai authorities. Keep this information in storage, yeah, because I want to come back to it. I don't know how much they paid. The sum was colossal, millions, her mother Anna stated. In exchange, she was asked not to say anything that would cast the Emirates authorities in a negative light. Reported Russian news outlet, oh my goodness, here's a word, Novosti, which spoke to Maria in Norway. Maria explained, I mostly use a wheelchair and crutches. I still have a leg fracture that's healing. I'm learning to walk with crutches again, but for now, the wheelchair is my main means of moving around. According to her account, she had traveled to Dubai to create content for OnlyFans, but ended up missing her connecting flight to Thailand after oversleeping. She recalled meeting a young man in the lobby of the 5 Jumeirah Village Hotel. I'm so sorry for the pronunciation, people. You know what I'm like. Whom she had previously met at a karaoke bar. Maria said the man offered to let her stay in his room, claiming his father could fly her to Thailand on a private jet. She agreed, hoping to secure a free flight. But girl, ain't nothing in this world free.
I'm saying, like,
yeah, the air we breathe, and I'm sure if they could charge us for that, they would.
Literally watch the Lorax.
Literally watch Total Recall. But things took a dark turn when she attended a party in the young man's room with the children of affluent Russian and Ukrainian businessmen. Maria told journalist Kenzia Sobchak, they started teasing me why I wasn't drinking. Then some aggressive pushes, like pushing in the shoulders, began. After that, they started making fun of me like, you belong to us. We will do whatever we want. I tried to take it as a joke because it was really weird. They started behaving inappropriately, smashing bottles on the floor. Maria, a victim of a horrific attack, recounted her ordeal. That is, the entire floor was strewn with broken glass, that it was impossible to walk there. Then they started intimidating me, smashing glass. She's repeating herself. Anyway, after that, they took my personal belongings, which included my passport, and one of the girls put on my things and just left in them. Now, when she says that, does she mean
like stripped her naked and
or went through her stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's not clear to me. But anyway, although before that, I asked her not to do this and to leave my things. That is, no one heard me, and she just left the hotel in my dress. So that would imply Anyway, the woman who took her belongings has since disappeared. The men involved in the incident made sexual advances towards Maria, she revealed. She said, I did not reciprocate, and this aggression was also heating them up. According to the report, Maria attempted to escape during the violent episode, but the young men dragged her back into the room, she added. When they stepped out onto the balcony, she escaped and hid at a nearby construction site. However, the men, now completely unhinged, found her at the construction site and assaulted her. They practically tore the skin off her scalp, then threw her off a ledge onto the road, the account detailed. I ran away, then already on the street when I didn't see them anymore. See, this is so confusing what she's saying. But I knew they were coming, Maria recalled. I ran to the nearest building, just scared, and ran in, hid there. It was just an unfinished building, open. Maria doesn't remember the violence itself that led to her injuries, and the CCTV footage has since been erased, she said. Maria said 3 months have passed. The police waited until the cameras were automatically wiped. So now there's no evidence. She speculated about her injuries, saying most likely there was a blow to the head, I suppose. The next scene I remember is me asking for help from a passing car, which had already stopped and called an ambulance and the police. She had fled wearing only a hotel robe, she added. I think that maybe I was thrown or it was a beating, one of two options. The injuries looked like either a beating or a fall. The report stated the men Maria accused were briefly held by Dubai police, but only for a day. They now claim in their testimonies that they tried to find and help Maria and that she had asked to come to the party herself. No charges have been brought against them. The next day, the case was closed. They were released and the case was closed, revealed her mother, Anna. Anna also shared the shocking findings of the police investigation. The Dubai police investigation indicated that Maria said that she was running away from sexual violence and then went to protect her honor, her dignity, decided to commit suicide. Anna vehemently denied these claims, stating this statement was falsified. She also refuted any suggestions that Maria had attempted suicide or was intoxicated, adding that medical tests confirmed there was no alcohol in her daughter's system. And that is the end of the story. And so let's just talk about it for a hot minute. How many holes were in that story?
So many. And I feel like, I don't know if it's lost in translation sort of thing. Like,
maybe
some stuff just aren't adding up just because of translations, or just based on the fact that the main thing here is that all her medical bills were paid off in order for her silence. Now, why would that be done if they didn't?
That's basically
do
what it is, and they've asked her not to class them in a bad light. Furthermore,
you wouldn't put that much
effort into it
if you hadn't done anything. Do you know what I mean? And I think
do you
this whole
believe that
Russian
right,
this Russian young people is a whole big facade, and I'm not being funny. The reason why it would work, and this just, going off of stuff I've seen, even in shows, but when there's these so-called rich children of, big business owners and whatever, they have this thing where they can pay off a lot of people. You know what I mean? They can get away with a lot of shit and it can be paid off. Their parents are very high up. So in a sense, that would be a decent cover-up for whatever's happened to this girl, because, well, no one's going to question in that sense, because that does happen a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. I mean, the thing about it is a lot of these like young wealthy people, or their parents are wealthy. It's like certain places are like their playground then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they do certain things and, like you said, it will just get covered up. It will just get wrote off. But, the fact that they waited so that the CCTV footage would automatically be erased. I think that the main issue that I have is that Dubai always gives this impression that it is so, it's like not above the law, but they live within the law.
It's a very strict country, and
all you hear is really, in the beginning, just really amazing things about Dubai. But slowly over time, you're starting to realize, just like everywhere, Dubai has its seedy side.
Yeah.
It has its side that
and because
they
it's a lot
they
of
turn
rich
a blind
people,
eye to.
exactly, and because a lot of rich people of high status do visit there, it makes sense to me, you know what I mean? Because it's always where people with money are, the most shadiest shit is happening, let's be real.
But my thing again is this, okay, and it's the fact that they highlight the fact that she's an OnlyFans model.
Yeah.
And so once again, this is where, like Lily Phillips, Bonnie Blue, they're all OnlyFans. It's, for me, what it is representing to men especially is that women that are part of OnlyFans in this, you know, this way,
Yeah,
they don't look at these women as women to be respected, and that they do look at them that they can be used and abused. And I'm not saying that that's right.
No, but that is how they're viewed.
Now, she missed her flight to Thailand, yeah? So this guy that she just met randomly in the lobby, she'd never seen him before in her life, offers to take her on his dad's private jet, and she just jumps to it. That's the same thing as what your mum would have told you: don't get in the car with a stranger. And you did that. And I'm not saying that she deserved what happened to her, because also, of course she didn't, but I don't feel that she exercised caution. You know, she wasn't being very smart in the way how she was thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Because look what's happened to her now. And the thing about it is, I believe that these kind of things happen a lot, but the girls don't always come forward.
Or the case doesn't become big enough where anyone would follow up the girl as they have done here. You know what I mean? Because I think if there wasn't as much publicity as what had happened to her when it happened, I don't think she would be speaking now about anything, if that's, you know, they were paying off all of that. But it's only because, you know, she got so much publicity that there was, of course, going to be a follow-up, you know what I mean?
But yeah, she, you know, and so they paid her for her silence, and that was more important to her than, you know, because I wouldn't be adverse to think that there would have been some kind of veiled threats in it as well. But I just hope that this woman's story is a lesson to other young females that feel that, they want to follow in a certain path, and they want to go and do this, and they want to go and do that, right? You really need to exercise caution, because there's a lot of people in this world that they're just evil at the end of the day, because look what they did to her. And my other thing, the girl that was in the hotel room as well, like, what part did she play in, other than taking her stuff and walking out the hotel room? Like, did you know what I mean? Did, you know, she said they took her passport and everything, so did she get all of that back? Like, what happened? Because you know what I mean? It's like they would have had to have cleared the scene.
This is the thing,
so to speak, so that they would show that they didn't have no involvement in it. Do you know what I mean? It's a really sad case, like, but I'm glad that she's, you know, she's recovered and whatnot. And I don't doubt that we will hear from her again at some point, because I'm pretty sure, well, she's already using it to her advantage. And once again, I'm not knocking anybody, do you? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's all we have time for this week. As always, I'm sending an abundance of love and light, and we will see you again next week. It's goodbye from me, Michelle, and goodbye from Skylar.
Bye.
Bye.